Passing Energy with your host, Pri. This is your host. When this smoke starts yapping, that's it. And that's it. Prepare to be enlightened and entertained. And that's it. Hey guys, Pri here. Welcome to another episode of Nerding Wednesday with co-host Sky.
Dingo Dango is me.
Well, guys, it's been a minute for everything because I've been on a huge hiatus. I had to refresh myself. And top eye is we have Sky back with me. So the best way to start Nerding Wednesday podcast, and hopefully I'll be consistent putting it on Wednesdays and not any other day. Hopefully. But this is a grand time to bring the podcast back in honor of One Piece live action. I gushing right now. Half of me is excited, and half of me had to eat crow. It had to be eat crow because I was the biggest hater of this live action adaptation. Just to find out that it is good. Anyway, we're gonna get all in that. So Sky, tell me what you think about the One Piece live action. What are your thoughts?
I liked it. I liked the cast. The cast did pretty well. I like the props. They really put in that work for the props, I must say. Overall, I feel like they did well condensing even a portion of One Piece within 8 episodes. So I was surprised at the quality that I was given. To be honest, when I was watching it, at one point I was like, this reminds me of a Nickelodeon like show, right?
Nickelodeon.
Like those live action Nickelodeon shows when they have like the quality. It kind of reminded me of that.
Is that a good or bad thing? Because
I won't even say it's neither. Like it was just something that I felt, right? And I was just like, it's got that quality of this, and it's not bothering me in any way, right? Like that's just what I noticed, right? I still enjoy the show and everything, but I feel like me saying that maybe it makes it feel like, hey, this is a bit more. It feels child friendly. It feels like it's so colorful too. Like weirdly enough, One Piece has those moments where it's like really colorful, and you're like, wow, this does have that One Piece kind of charm to it, right?
Right.
So that's how I felt when I was watching it. Like I felt like, hey, it was realistic One Piece, but it still kept some of that One Piece charm with the wacky characters and the setting and everything. And I even said when I saw some characters, I was like, bro, after watching One Piece, you should be like, hey, I want to cosplay as these characters because they made it so cosplayable, right? And
right.
And at the end of the day, it is like a bunch of cosplayers, like acting or whatever. But to me, it felt nice regardless. Like I saw someone say, hey, look, this looked like a fan-made film. I was like, you're right, it does, but it's still good. Like I don't really care. Like it's not movie production quality. I just care about like, hey, this is enjoyable to watch. That's all. That's good for me.
Whoever that person is, either expectation is too high, or they don't understand how TV series is compared to a movie. Because this is not a movie. This is a TV series. And TV series budget is lower than a movie that's a one shot. For them to keep, because everything's moving. So for them to invest so much time in one scene or one prop or whatever, that's going to take a lot of money. And we're going to be here for years. So you can't compare Pirates of the Caribbean, that's a one-shot movie, to a TV series, because it's going to be season 1, season 2, season 3. So you got compared to like Game of Thrones or Vikings or something like that. Like, and besides, like One Piece is a wacky show, but they actually, like you said, Sky, they capture the charm of One Piece. They actually took a little darker turn than the original One Piece, but still made it very goofy, where you could laugh and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling.
Yeah. They did a great job, like you said, condensing it. They tied in a lot of stories. to even make it make sense, like everything's connected, because a lot of certain scenes in One Piece was on that separate. Each island was separate, was its own story, but they found a way to join all those stories together, and I really respected that. I really enjoy it. Like I said, guys, I was the biggest hater. I was the biggest hater in the second row of watching the One Piece trailer. I wasn't feeling Luffy. I was clowning everything. I wasn't feeling Nami. Like, Nami and Luffy is the main thing I wasn't feeling. I actually didn't even notice Sanji until this movie actually came out. I mean, the show actually came out. I was the biggest hater, and I said it's gonna be trash, because I already have this mindset that a lot of times live action anime don't go well. So I already had this pre-notion that this is gonna be trash, and then how Luffy, they have this guy who's Luffy, and how he's promoting it. He's very goofy and very childlike, which is Luffy.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, I wasn't feeling it. I was like, man, this looks so cheesy. But when I watched that first episode, my phone just came, ding, Netflix hit me up and said, hey, One Piece just dropped. I said, what? On a Thursday too? I said, okay, let me click and watch it.
Truly, it's an anime. It comes out in the middle of the week.
Yeah. I said, okay, Chris. I sit down, lay down in the bed. I said, okay, let me watch this garbage. And I turned on it. I said, okay. Okay. All right. I said, what's going on? I started to feel this. I said, what's going on? And the fact that each episode was an hour long, which this is a new trend I know it's in the TV series that going on these days. I enjoy the 1 hour, and the 1 hour just went away fast. It's like, wow, it's already going. I was so amazed with it. Kobe character, like, they did such an amazing job. Because was Kobe, I don't want to jump the gun. And guys, please remember there might be light spoilers in this podcast, so hopefully you already watch it. After this point, we're gonna be talking about spoilers, So hopefully you already watch it.
Sound effects for spoiler alert. Whoop, whoop, spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I hope you already watched it. This was so good. You know what really won me over? Because even when they went to the Marine base, which is it was the first island they went to, and they got Zoro. Let me tell you something. Zoro and Usopp saved this anime. I mean, it's just live action. First of all, the whole cast is good. Luffy is not my best, but he does what he needs to do. He does what he needs to do, but he's not the star of this, which is very shocking, because Luffy is a star of One Piece, and his cast compliment him, but he really took a background to the rest of everyone's character. I might be the only one who feel that way. I don't know if you feel that way too. He didn't felt like the main driving force for this series. It was everyone else. They made Nami more capable. I realized that they changed Nami's personality a little bit, because Nami's not scared to fight in this live action. I appreciate that. I didn't look at it as like, oh, look at him trying to say, oh, woman ain't weak and everything. I know I actually appreciate that they made Nami fearless.
I mean, she was always capable. It's just that, she knows her limitations, so she doesn't.
No. And no, because after watching this anime, this live action, I actually rewatching the One Piece series, and even make me appreciate One Piece more and the live action more. And Nami became more bold over time, but like you said, she knows her limitation, but she's very scary. Like her and Usopp was the little trope of they always clinging on each other, screaming, ah! That was always their little trope. But in this live action, Nami isn't scared of. She's barely scared of anything. She's ready to fight. So I appreciate that they did took a little detour from her original personality, because she always running, scaring, hiding along with Usopp. So they did a great job with Nami, I must say. And her character grew on me. At first I was like, oh, she's not pretty enough, and then when I look at her, I says, this woman's actually pretty good. This one is a pretty woman. Because you have to look at her certain angles where you realize that, oh, you really looking at her properly, and then when you see her, you're like, oh, she's actually attractive. So I took that back. That Nami supposed to be a pretty character. But Zoro, they got Zoro character down pack. I really enjoyed how he was so serious, and he have this goofy Captain Luffy. It was really good, man. It was really good. Even how they presented Zoro with the Baroques. You're not gonna jot that name up. Baroques.
Jack it up too.
Huh?
Baroques or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. The fact that they foreshadow a villain that's beyond the Grand Line. What's that Grand Line? Grand Line. It was like, wow, these people foreshadow Baroque works. I already jacked up. Guys, you already know how it is. If you listen to my podcast, you already know I jog up words. So it ain't nothing new. Don't act brand new. The only people who have the right to act brand new is the new listeners. That's the only people that act brand new. Everyone else, nope, we're not doing that. So sit down. So yeah, they foreshadow a organization that is beyond the Grand Line. And the fact that they tie in that Zoro is a pirate hunter, and saying that they wanted Zoro to join them. And they show how this ain't no kid show. Zoro was with that quickness. He sliced that dude in half, and they show every inch of him slicing that man in half. And he have the body, he carried the body around like that was a dead person and on his back. That was badass. I said, hey, this is going to be amazing. And they actually deeper into how Zoro got on the cross, the thing in the Marine Yard. They dive deeper into that by showing it first before, because in the anime, Luffy met him like that, but they showed him getting carried away. And I like the fact that how they was going through the thing. It was really good. It's really good. I go on, but I want Sky have a chance to talk. Anything you want to chime in about?
Nah, you kind of hitting all those points. I enjoyed Zoro mainly for his he kept the personality well. He did.
And the fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did nail it down.
I didn't know how they're going to master that tree. I noticed that they didn't do as much because it really is difficult to do that tree style live action. But they used the tree style attack for Zoro as his finisher instead of having it like ongoing battle. They said, okay, no, we're going to use the tree style because I know it's a lot of work to do, to hold that damn sword in your mouth and try fight with it. But the action Zoro fight scene is be like, babe, this is Zoro. This is literally Zoro. This was no Cobra Kai type fighting. This is real fighting. And I was like, babe, what am I watching? This is so good. And then we reached to the island of Usopp. Oh man. Usopp kept certain angles. I thought that was Usopp. That nigga looked like Usopp. He looked like Usopp. In certain facial expressions, I don't know if he trained himself to fix his face to mimic Usopp, or he just looked like Usopp.
Let me tell you, when he did do that one thing, he did that one face when the black cat came inside the room and he was hiding behind the lamp and he do that face. I was like, dang, that's Usopp.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was like, dang.
Yes. They did a great job with this face. The casting is on point. And I like the diversity. of the cast where they did exactly how Oda wanted it, like the race and everything. And we had a lot of Asian representations in it. Black people representation, because it was up to white people. Everyone's gonna be white, but it was a balanced. It was a balanced cast. It really was. And like back to Usopp, that whole arc of Usopp, it felt like an adventure. Like how when we first met in an anime, when we first met Usopp and everything, I felt bad they had to cut out certain people. They couldn't keep everyone. They couldn't keep Usopp Pirate, the little children. They couldn't keep some of the villains, right arm men and whatever, because it was going to be too much. It was going to be too much, which I understand. I felt bad, but I say, hey, they gotta do what they gotta do.
I mean, they condensed it well enough for me to like know that hey, something should be here, but I don't actually care, right? Just
like I said, the nostalgia in me felt bad because I like the Usopp Pirates, but I understand it didn't but it didn't affect the movie's impact. I'm gonna say movie, the TV show's impact. So they did what they did. It was a good cut. But from a One Piece, I watched One Piece since I was a kid. So from a One Piece person who watched One Piece from a kid, I noticed those things. But like you said, it didn't affect my enjoyment of the show. So we reached the island. We met the girl, I forget her name, the rich girl, and they dived deeper than that because in the anime, we just came to the island. We never went in the house actually. They had Usopp them. Usopp was actually more friends with her than this guy who comes to the window. So they bring her inside the house for her birthday. And then there's a whole conspiracy about him poisoning her all this time because in anime they didn't never said why they just say why she's sick. In the anime, she was sick because of depression, of losing her parents. But in this live action, they showed that he was poisoning her all that time to keep her sick, which makes even more sense. If you Sky, it made more sense.
Pirate life, yeah.
You know what I mean? It made more sense to me that he is poisoning her all that time than her just being sick because of depression. So I actually appreciate. Let me tell you something. The tie-ins that they did for One Piece, I appreciate that more. Some things they did, I appreciate more than the original anime. Just that note that he poisoned her family, and plus, I think they said he killed her parents. So that even makes it even better. So I like that touch. I really did like that touch. I like how they were in the mansion. They said, hey, it's late. You can stay overnight. They stayed in the mansion. I enjoy that. It felt like a real adventure. I really felt like I was in One Piece. Oh, and when Luffy and they killed Mary. In the anime, Mary survived.
Oh.
Yes. He survived in the anime. But in the live action, no, that dude dead. Nah.
Yeah, when I saw that happen, I was like, oh, I don't remember this, but I guess this did happen.
Yeah, he the butler did attack Mary, but Mary survived in the anime.
To take care of her.
Oh. But in this live action, that dude dead. And that's showing you that they ready to kill. They ready to kill people. So if you're the side character, oh yeah, man, Buggy, man, why skipping guys? Buggy the clown.
Up tier.
What? How they in the anime version, guys? In the anime version, Buggy, the townspeople fled the island to get away from Buggy. In the live action, the town people are forced to watch Buggy perform every day for like slaves. That was a better tie-in than the anime. That was a good touch. That circus scene, Luffy in the tank, Scan is like a horror film for Bucky.
Yeah.
That was I think they got a little inspiration from Joker. I feel I could be on my own with that one, but I feel like they got inspiration from Joker, especially the Joker who passed away, the person who played Joker.
Yeah.
I feel like they got inspiration from that one, and the fact that the reason why they what do you mean, Nami infiltrated. I sorry guy if I all over the place. You already know. Let's go. How Nami went to Marine front, the Marine base, is because she wanted the map of the Grand Line. That was the only reason to go there, because Arlong wanted it, and then Buggy wanted the map of the Grand Line. So that's why they kidnapped Luffy them. You know, they kidnapped Luffy because they had the map. In the anime version, Luffy them stumbled on Buggy them Island. He was never supposed to go there. So the fact that they kidnapped Luffy them, it was amazing. It was really amazing.
It tied it in more.
Yeah, they like I said, they tied everything was connected. Everything was connected. Every island was not separated.
Yeah.
Everyone knew someone who was tied to the elevation of the next story, the next plot.
And I think what I really appreciate is that the Grand Line was the goal for everyone.
Right.
So it made a lot of sense, right? Like why Bucky would want it, why Arlong would want it, and why the Marines kept it safe, right? Like it's just like, hey, we don't want no more pirates in the Grand Line or something like that. Even though it's considered like the most treacherous thing, but it's like no one knows how to enter it. But apparently that had the way to enter it. So I was like, that was interesting. That made it make more sense to me.
And you know, even back to Arlong again, when Arlong came for Buggy, because he thought Buggy had the map. And then Buggy said, no, the Straw Hats had the map. And then Buggy found, because that was clever, all the time Buggy ass was on Luffy Straw Hat. So he listened to everything he was saying and doing.
Yeah.
So that's how Arlong found Luffy. And when he found, and I like the whole Baratie, the boat, and how they was partying, Usopp was partying, everyone was drinking, having a good time. That felt good. That really felt really good. And I'm sorry, Usopp represent black people really well when he's at that Baratie, drinking, dancing. That's what black people do. That's how we have fun. That's how we have fun. He represent a black guy really well in that part. And I like how they took out the guy with the pink hair, Captain, I forget his name is.
Yeah, the guy with gold and everything.
Yeah, I think he's not Captain Morgan. His name is something. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But they took him out, but they did show it how he used to feed it, because his henchmen still went to Baratie looking for food, and Sanji still fed him.
Yeah.
But the reason why his henchman was away from his boss, the captain, is because Mihawk Ray took him out.
Yeah.
So that was a good tie-in, but I appreciate them showing Mihawk taking him out.
Yeah.
And this henchman
worked out. Yeah.
Yes. And so there was no need for them, because they were taken out by Mihawk, but Mihawk didn't take out the man's fleet. So they was able to go to Baratie. But Mihawk took all them out. I think he actually X'd them off, as in kill them.
Yeah.
So only the first mate survived, and he went to Baratie. And so to tie that all up, they said, you know what, Arlong is going to be the one to fight Luffy on the Baratie instead of the other guy, which was fine. And then I like how Mihawk fought Zoro, sliced him up, and they actually show Zoro struggling with that pain. Because the anime, they act like, oh, Zoro doesn't need to sleep. He just needs to sleep, and he'll be fine. In this live action, no, Zoro was going through it.
Yeah, boy. My boy was on the cusp of dying. I was like, yo, my boy only cut your chest like that. I ain't see no ribs or anything, but dang, you really out here dying. I was like, that's crazy.
Yes, and then they showed Nami nursing him back, and they even showed more purpose of why they need to go from Nami. because she's not really as bad as they said, because she sat there and nursed him back to life. You know, making the art. It's not really for Zoro, because Zoro said, "But this girl biting us, she need to go." So he stick to that, because in anime, Zoro feel like if you want to go, go. She's a trainer. She's a trainer. But that moment of Nami nursing Zoro and scared and worried for him is for the audience to feel sympathetic for Nami when Luffy had to go save her. And I like how they pick when they reached the island and they had Arlong and everything. I ain't gonna lie, before I go on, I know I felt Arlong's design like that. I know, right?
I mean, I was okay with it. I mean, yeah, his nose could have been longer or something, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but the spikes on the nose still look stupid. I'm sorry. I feel like
that's how it is. He's supposed to be a sawfish.
Yes, but the sawfish spikes look at that.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. They should have kept something. They should have kept, like, I don't know. They should have hired the people from.
Oh yeah, that's how sawfish look. Yeah.
You really?
Yeah. It's just like little needles that stick out.
I feel like they should get Pirates of the Caribbean makeup artists to work on Arlong. Arlong and his crew, because they look. I still enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't 100%. That was the only thing I didn't like, was their design like that. It's like it looked a little clayish. But hey, like, there's a lot of money to do all that work. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but you see how much fish people they had to skin over? No.
Yes, it takes a lot of time. So I understand and I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. I still appreciate the effort and whatnot. They go into the village, see Nami's hometown, everything, the sister, and they showed the sister hating Nami instead of the sister understanding from the beginning. They showed her, she had a tussle with the sister. I just enjoy that. I really enjoy how they captured it. They really did a great job. They really did an excellent job with this series, I must say. And I really can't wait for part 2 to come out. I mean, season 2, actually. I don't know if it's part 2 or season 2, because they already showed that the next arc is going to be focused on Smoker.
Yeah, because he was there in the beginning of the first episode as a child.
Yeah, yes. Now I remember. Yeah, you're talking about the when Gold Roger was executed. Yeah. So I'm happy to know that season 2 is in the works. I hope they don't take too long, because I don't need this cast to age.
Listen, it could take a while, because that amount of work for that. Because I was talking about it before, right? The amount of work for each location, bro.
Yeah,
that take time.
They had
to match it to the T. It's like, this gotta be to the T. I ain't trying to disgrace Oda. Oda's right there watching, like, fam, you better make this work, because I see how everything else is flopping. I ain't want that for my people.
Yes, this gave me hope for just maybe in the future for other live adaptation. I was talking to one of my colleagues about One Piece, and he said he didn't watch it, but he said when he watched the trailer, he's like, this looks like it's gonna be good. I said, really? Damn, I was the only person. I was not the only person who was hating off the trailer, but he actually saw the worth in it just looking at the trailer. I said, really? Wow. So I asked him, I said, do you think this is a good sign, since Netflix produced this? Do you think it's a good sign for Avatar? He said, no.
No.
He didn't even waste his time when he said no.
That's a different thing.
He said, appreciate the remember now. I don't know if y'all concluded the same thing, but he's saying that Avatar is strictly Americans making that. At least with One Piece, the original owner had a hand in it. You know, he said that when Americans do a full live action all by their own, of anime, he says always end up sucking. But if it's the actual, like the Japanese people or the Asian community, because you have a better understanding of what they're trying to accomplish, it's come out better, So that's his reason why he said that he feel like Avatar is gonna suck. And I say, oh man, I don't like the casting for Avatar. I don't like it. Like I said, but I didn't like some of the cast for One Piece that didn't grow on me. Like Luffy grew on me. Nami definitely grew on me. Sanji at first I was like, what the hell is this? But then he grew on me too.
Yeah, they did do well to capture like what it is that you can tell the personalities each, because they already had Zoro and Sanji fighting. And I was like, yeah, that's how it go. Right. And at the end, when they had Sanji join Usopp and Luffy with laughing and joking around, I was like, yeah, that makes sense too. Because Sanji's a clown, He's only take it serious when he need to take it serious compared to the rest of them.
Yeah, Zoro's a serious person of the crew. Zoro and Nami can be serious when she's ready.
Yeah, Zoro was the dad, and then Nami was like the mom of the group when they was dealing with everything.
Right. No, I understand how, like I said, you can't capture everything from the anime because it's like physics, So even the little thing of Sanji having to do the whirlwind kicks and only use his hands. He didn't use his hands to fight, and he uses his legs and everything, but he could do the handstand swirl, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they could do a stunt double who know how to stand on their hands and spin around. Because I'm sure someone could actually do it in real life.
Maybe in the future they might do more of it.
Yeah, but I still appreciate him fighting, even though he didn't do the handstand. Yeah, I still appreciate his fighting style. It still did what it needed to do. So just showed me that even when they introduce like Boy Hancock, is she going to be fighting because she's doing the world's kicks like Sanji too? So like the spinning kicks.
Most likely.
So who knows?
That's long in the future. That's way in the future.
Yeah, way in the future is correct. Way in the future. I get ahead of myself. I get so excited. I just hope it don't take long.
Season 2 is most likely going to end with Crocodile. That's my only speculation. The way this ended with Arlong and then reaching the Grand Line, this next one could just gonna end with Crocodile. Because you got to go through Mr. Nine and all of them, and then you got to go through getting through the Grand Line, But then again, I could be wrong because they.
Well, on Skypiea before. Wait, on Skypiea before Alabasta.
Is it?
Because I don't remember Chopper being on the Skypiea trip. Was he?
Was Chopper with them when they fought Crocodile?
Yes, he was.
Okay, so we got to pick up Chopper, we got to pass the Grand Line, and we got to do Skypiea. So that's like 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, so the Grand Line, they had to pass the Grand Line, but remember Smoker is going to be probably the first episode.
Shoot, then you also got Smoker, because then once they get past that, then Zoro.
That's when they're going to introduce Luffy Dad.
You got to pick up two new swords.
Yes, and when the Grand Line, then coming over the Grand Line is an adventure of itself.
Yeah,
because you had to go up that mountain, and they might cut out the whale. They
can't cut out the whale, bro. That's how Brook got in there.
No,
Brook entire story is about that whale, bro.
Oh yeah,
they can't cut out that whale. Yeah, boy.
How Brook? Oh yeah, yes.
You can't cut out the whale. That whale.
So they get Brook before they got the the whale. They didn't meet Brook and the whale. They meet Brook later on, but he had a connection to the whale.
Yeah, he had a connection to the whale. That's why I'm saying you can't cut out the whale. You have to.
But they might do a flashback. I don't know.
Because I think the whale helped them through the Grand Line.
How? I don't remember that. I remember
I know the whale had something to do around the Grand Line entrance.
Yes, because he's to be at the entrance because he's waiting on his master to come back.
Which is Brooke.
Brooke and his boss. But
No,
not
Brooke-
realizing that they dead.
Brooke was the dude that he was waiting on.
No, Brooke was the second mate of the captain. The captain was the one who had Lagoon. I think it's Lagoon or Lagoon, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh shoot! I thought Brooke was the captain all that time.
no, he wasn't. He's like the first mate.
Oh shoot!
Yeah. I don't know. They might do a mention of it, but I don't see them. That could be a lot of work to create that whale. That'd be a lot of work.
I mean,
Do
they
all
got
that.
some CGI here and there. It should work.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I tell you now. But I look forward to it. But that's a lot. That's a very lot to capture. So I don't know. Either or. I just hope that they don't take too long because I ain't gonna rush them because when you rush stuff, it's gonna
It
go
took them
bad.
about 2 years to make it.
Yeah, it's been in the making for a little while, but
Pretty
I don't want
good.
them to take too long because the cast they get old. You know, like they ain't like these Harry Potter when they start off as children. These people like in their early 20s. You mean only so much youth they have left
Huh.
until they start to look old, and you be like,
Then you gotta start shaving and everything.
you know what I mean? So
Then you gotta wait. You gotta finish this as fast as possible. Then you can take a nice long break for the time skip. Then they can come back.
yeah, exactly. So I just hope that they're already adults. So because when Luffy them start off, they was teenagers, and when they finished, they became adults. The two
there's like
Skanske,
young adults and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, young adults. Nami's 21, and Usopp is like what, 18 or 19, and Luffy 18, 19 as well. 'Cause I think Luffy and Usopp the same age. Anyway, I just hope they don't take too long because I ain't trying to look at these people and they're like, God damn, who these old people is? These are the same people from the first season. Oh man! But anyway, like I said, guys, they did an excellent job. I truly enjoy. I guess I got E-Crow. I got E-Crow because I was the biggest hater. I never ashamed or afraid to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. This was excellent. There was never a skipping moment. I rewatched certain scenes. I enjoyed it. I was even upset that I was at the last episode I made. I was like, damn it, man. No more? I need more. Like Oliver is all up to us. Sir, can he have some more, please? More?
He's like, that's it.
So yeah. What's your final thoughts before we wrap this up?
It was good. I definitely want to watch more, in the future if they do come out. I think they did well. The cast, the crew, even Oda himself should be very proud of what was accomplished, with this series. Because I would be if I made this manga, and then this is how my fandom is just like really loving it, So
Right.
I just feel this is good. This is good. You should be proud. Everyone should give it a chance if they haven't watched it, even if you don't mind spoilers. Just I'd say watch just the first episode. It's an hour long, but if you just compare it to the anime, you do see that hey, it keeps the charm. Even if it's its own twist to condense it, it is still One Piece in my mind. So
Right. It is. It was excellent. Like I said, I can't say I don't know if I'm gonna say that. Excellent. You have to give it a watch. They did their thing. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. So guys, that's it for now for Nerding Wednesday. Hopefully this will be out soon. Wednesday. Remember to please subscribe to YouTube if you're not subscribed already. If you listen on the podcast streaming service, please remember to sub to the podcast. We need your support. So every like, every follow, every comment. It helps a lot, man. It really helps a lot. So yeah, guys, so let me know down below what your thoughts on One Piece. And if y'all have any recommendation that y'all want us to talk about, just leave it down below. And until next time, guys, peace. So yeah, yes, I definitely enjoy. I want to Andre watch it.
Maybe. He was free the other day.
Yeah, I think I had that one 300 messages in my phone.
Listen. Checking up on each other, you know.
Woo, jeez, lost. Y'all ain't that far from me. Just you check about just you right down the road from him. Y'all right down the road from each other.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I told you Andre live right down McGraw.
Yeah, I remember. You say he's a white van and thing.
Yeah. Well. So yeah. So definitely, man. So let's go. Hold on. Me stop this and I call you back on record. Walk. Let me tell you for 2 seconds.
All right.